Back, we've talked the best in Britain. What about the cream of American boxing?
Yeah, we're just a couple of weeks away from the reappearance of Manny Pacquiao and fourth meeting with Juan Manuel Marquez.
Last weekend saw Cincinnati hotshot Adrien Broner's attempt to become a two-weight world champion. Spencer Oliver, Bobby Rimmett and our special guest Carl Froch are all with us.
Yeah, Spencer Broner didn't do too bad against the tough Antonio Demarco, did he?
Listen, there was shades of Floyd Mayweather there, wasn't there? I think that potentially this guy is going to go on to be pound for pound the best fighter in the world. I mean, excellent. If you look at the way that he works on the inside, he switches the shots to the body, whips up those little upcuts, and the way he blocks the shots as well, Johnny. He blocks them with his elbows, you know, lifts the arms up, everything. I mean, this was punch perfect. This was the finish here, and it just looked absolutely sensational.
Carl, you said something to me during the break.
I'm glad he's not in my way. He's got, he's got fast hands, he's got really quick reflexes, and you'd expect that for a guy of his weight, but he believes in himself, he's cocky, he's confident, and he should be because he's very good.
How could you advise a fighter to approach beating somebody like this? What could you say to him?
You tell your fighter to use his head and not turn up.
I mean, Demarco was top draw, wasn't it?
Listen, he wasn't an easy opponent.
No.
He was expected to be a very tough opponent, but the way that Broner dealt with him, right from the opening bell, I mean, it didn't really look like he got out of second gear.
One name that has been mentioned is our own Ricky Burns in with Broner. And Billy Nelson said that, you know, it can happen, and he fancies his man, obviously. Would you?
How could you say no to a shot at a world champion? Like you can't say no to your fighter. If your fighter wants that shot and he knows what he's letting himself in for, you've got to let him have it.
But is Broner the sort of guy that can climb up through the weights and become a multi-champion?
You never know, potentially. I mean, we're all getting really excited about him, but let's not forget the level he's fighting at. He's still got to step up to what we were talking about earlier, the elite level, the world-class level. He's on the rise, he's doing everything right, and he's doing more than what he needs to do to look fantastic and get excited
His dad's
about.
still brushing his hair.
You mentioned Floyd Mayweather. I remember seeing Floyd Mayweather boxing at Super Feather. And they were just talking about him, thinking this guy's going to be special, and all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah.
Can you see this?
I can see it in him. I can see so many bits of Floyd Mayweather in him, the little moves, the way he leans back, the counter punching, everything. He actually works better than Mayweather on the inside, and I think, to answer Adam's question, I think that potentially, yes, he can move up through the weights. I know that's sort of jumping the gun and we're getting excited. He's only a two-time champion, but I honestly believe that this kid can move on and go on to much bigger things. You could quite possibly see him up at light middleweight and middleweight.
You see, one comes along every now and again, doesn't it? You know, the Mayweathers, the Pacquiaos, and this could be the new one. You know,
I think you may be spot on, Bobby. Also on the Atlantic City Boardwalk, a meeting of top American heavyweights. Seth Mitchell was aiming to continue his unbeaten run against Johnathon Banks, who'd been mixing training duties with Vladimir Klitschko amidst his own fight preparation. But
a dramatic win for Banks, wasn't it, Spence? Look at that.
I know, really was unexpected, this one. I mean, Banks wasn't the favourite to win this one. He'd been working with Klitschko. He'd actually been training Klitschko for his last fight, and Seth Mitchell was a talked about opponent for Klitschko's and was just destroyed, wasn't he? I mean, tremendous performance by Banks, and that puts him right up there now in the mix.
He's in a place where he just shouldn't be, because who's he going to end up boxing? The guy's been training.
Absolutely. I mean, I know boxing is an absolutely mad game, but how mad is that? Like, your trainer all of a sudden becomes your opponent. I mean, but this is the possibility. Who else out there is there?
Any way back with Seth Mitchell?
Well, listen, I think he's just got to go back to the drawing board, regroup, try and get over this. But Adam, it was a devastating loss. It wasn't the fact that he lost the fight, it was the manner that he lost it. And can he come back from this? I'm not quite so sure.
Massive win for Johnathon Banks, who dedicated that victory to the late great Emmanuel Stewart, who guided him so much. And staying across the Atlantic, some more sad news has been reaching this week from Puerto Rico. The flamboyant Hector Camacho, a former three-weight world champion, we're told is clinically brain dead following a shooting in his homeland. Obviously, we wish the family well, but it's just terrible news, isn't it, guys?
You know, from time to time, you know, you hear great fighters, you know, coming to, you know, somewhat bad happens to them, and it's just another one.
And the sad thing about it is, you know, Hector Camacho was the original showman. Adam, do you know what I mean? You know, you got Nassim Hamids and everyone else coming off the back of it, but he was the one that wrote the book. He was the original, and it is such a terrible show.
Hector Camacho, who won many prizes, of course, in boxing. Last Friday saw a prestigious night in London to honour the current crop.
Yes, it was the annual British Boxing Board Awards, where Adam and I enjoyed hosting the ceremony.
Whilst Charlie Webster was in and amongst the fight fraternity.
process this year?
Really difficult, Charlie. It really was. I mean, there's been some great fights this year. I mean, you're going to pinpoint what you want to do, who's going to be the great fighters, great fights. You know, what is the criteria? What is a great fight?
As tradition, the ceremony starts with the Overseas Boxer of the Year award, and the nominees are Demarco, who impressed British fans with a hard-fought stoppage against Paul McCloskey, Carson Jones, who kept us on the edge of our seats against the unbeaten Kell Brook, and finally, Sergei Rodchenko, who put one of our British greats, Ryan Rhodes, into retirement. James, you went up and collected Carson Jones' award. Is he giving you any message to say?
Well, he didn't give me a message, but the boxing board, you know, got in touch with him and he said whoever collected for him to say thanks is a special request to collect something from the British Boxing Board. So it was a real pleasure and honor to go up there and collect for him because he did come over and he did put up a good performance. This
event also has awards which are a little bit special, recognising the key contributions to boxing as a sport. They are the Sportsmanship Award, the Sir Henry Cooper Services to Boxing Award, the additional Sir Henry Cooper Services to Boxing Award, the Denny Mancini Trophy, and finally the Exceptional Award which went to our GB Olympic Boxing Squad 2012 that did us all so proud this year. Tom, Natasha, what a great honour it is to be holding the award. It's been a really massively busy summer for you. What's it like to be here now, Tom?
It's just the icing on the cake for all the boxers who won medals and obviously who didn't. Even though it's an individual sport, we're still a team, and to pick the award up for everyone, it's an honour.
Natasha, you were chanting Team GB just a moment ago. What's it mean for the team?
It's massive, you know. We was up against some good competitors in that category, and you know, it's nice that the boxing establishment and obviously the people of boxing recognise us for what we've done.
The contest of the year, the one we all talk about, the one that makes us all lose a little bit control. Well, the winner is Paul Appleby and Liam Walsh. Paul, it was such a close contest. What does it mean to you to receive the award?
Oh, it's amazing. Just Jamie winning awards like this, and it was a great fight to be involved in, so I'm just delighted.
Anthony, you know you were a nominee as well. Do you think Paul's fight was well deserved?
Oh, definitely. There's 4 great fights, and I'm just a big boxing fan anyway. I'm a bit of a boxing geek, and just to be on that list, it meant a lot to me.
Finally, as is customary, the Fighter of the Year closes the ceremony. A real mix of fresh and experienced talent nominated. Kell Brook, Ricky Burns, Nathan Cleverly, Carl Froch and Gavin Rees. The winner, Carl Froch, from the brink of retirement, beat Lucien Butte emphatically to become a 3-time world champion.
Still the Sheriff of Nottingham, Carl Froch, once, twice, 3 times a champion.
Well-deserved winner Carl Froch, and joining me is Nathan Cleverly, who is nominated. Nathan, how proud are you to be nominated here tonight?
Yeah, very proud. It's prestigious evening for British boxing.
What do you think about Carl Froch then?
Yeah, great fighter. He's doing well, you know, good for British boxing. And, you know, success breeds success. My time will come in the next couple of years. So
certainly will.
Just keep winning.
Good night, wasn't it?
Cracking night. You were heavily involved in your absence.
Yeah, I think it was the night before my fight, so I had not a long weighed in and I was probably eating too much.
Enjoying the awards though.
Oh no, I won the obviously the Boxer of the Year, which was an honour. I mean, it's fantastic to be nominated in that category, but to win it is brilliant.
The Commonwealth as well, I think.
There's the Commonwealth Award as well, yeah, which I've won, which is fantastic. I can remember that fight against Charles Adama, who was a tough guy from Ghana.
So busy times in the Froch household. Rachel pregnant again. Promoters should be warned not to mess with the Frochers. Take a look at this. Good shot, kid. Go on. Oh.
That's a Rocco.
I'm not seeing that. You can give Eddie a punch here.
Absolutely. Put promoters in their place.
Yeah,
is that right?
That's it. Left jab, straight down the pipe.
Carl fighting for his family's future, just like the hitman with his young children. Back to Manchester for a final word from Ricky Hatton and a message for one of his old team.
Just all the best, Bobby, you know, dead happy for you, your debut on Ringside. That TV does add a few pounds though, mate, you know, so you'll have to watch it, but I see you after the fight, we'll have a catch up, mate.
No drinks though.
No drinks. Hey, it's Bobby's birthday today, so very happy birthday to you, Bobby. Save me some of that birthday cake. I know you'll be having one.
Happy birthday, Bobby.
Thanks, lads.
Nice to hear that, isn't
it? Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, look at him there. You know, that's him in all over, isn't it? You know, that's the old Ricky Hatton that we knew. And let's hope that, you know, the old Ricky Hatton turns up on Saturday.
What were those days like for you? I remember as a reporter for me, but for you guys, in and amongst it.
It was
mad.
It was the happiest, maddest place you could ever have been. You know, it was the things that went on in there was unbelievable. But you know, all very serious when you had to be serious. But you know, I can remember doing the body belt with some of the other lads one night and thought I'd done a real good job. And I was going to get my clothes out of the dressing room, and every piece of my clothing was in the shower, and the shower was on full.
Are you generally happy to see him come back?
Oh, to see him come back's great, but to see him like he used to be, happy, healthy, in a great place. What more do you want?
Is it fingers crossed in Manchester and they're thinking, can we bring the glory days back again?
When you think so highly of somebody, you're always a little bit nervous when they're going to do what he's going to do, make a comeback. So there is parts of me that's a little bit worried, and you know, it'll never change, that will it?
Will the glory days come back for Ricky Hatton? First of all, Spencer.
I really do hope so. You know, my heart's saying to me, yeah, my head's saying to me, not sure. I think the acid test obviously is on Saturday night. Everything's gone well in preparation, so let's just say fingers crossed. Like the rest of the nation, we're all hoping for a Ricky Hatton.
How big a success will it be?
I think it'll be a great success. The glory days, I think, have been and gone. He's retired, he's had 3 years out, now he's back. I think he's trying to rekindle something, which he had, and get over a few mental demons and cross something over. And, you know, his comeback's got to go right for him, and we're all hoping it does.
Finally, from his friend, will we get another moment maybe like that Costas Hugh magic?
Yeah. If we get another moment that's just 50% as good as that, we're in out, you know.
Good line. For all the reaction to Ricky's comeback, Freddie Flintoff's ring appearance and a major piece on Amir Khan ahead of his vital fight with Carlos Molina. Join us for Ringside next week, 6 o'clock on Sky Sports 2 HD. Don't forget to keep those tweets coming in. Remember, there's extra content from Ringside available at www.skysports.com/ringside. Our thanks to Spencer, to Bobby, and of course to Carl. We'll see you soon as we all wait and see what happens when the hitman hits the ring all over again.
Will it be the road to redemption for one of British boxing's favourite sons? Good luck, Ricky.
Yeah, good luck.
to be proud of me, I want British boxing to be proud of me, I want my hometown to be proud of me, and I've just got to go out November 24th and say, look, life in the old dog, yeah.